Aloha. This afternoon I'd like to talk a little bit about inventory management. It's the place in which my career started back in 1969. I was hired to look at an inventory system that was installed as part of a computer implementation. It used a software package from IBM called Impact, Inventory Management Performance and Control Techniques. It was a rather complicated mathematical model forecasting future events. My background was mathematics and physics at university, so that's the reason that I was hired. One of the benefits that happened to me was that I spent one day a week with the senior partner of the consulting company that had sold the package to the dealership. His name was David Steele, and he taught me an immeasurable amount about inventory management specifically, and all of the things that went into that generally. So that was a terrific learning experience that most people don't have the opportunity to realize. I learned about order points, order quantities, all of the piece parts that went into each of those things, order cost, carrying charge, economic order quantity, all manner of different things. Suffice it to say that inventory practices then, and even today, are overly complex. Prior to the arrival of computers in inventory management, almost every parts system was based on a card. The days that I arrived, there were Cardex cabinets, 12 to 18 drawers high, long drawers that would hold 30 to 40 cards, each one of which is representing a part number. So there were hundreds of cabinets and men and women sliding up and down the floor, pulling drawers, updating records, etc. But on the card, you could see everything and anything you needed to know about that part. If you bring it forward to now, anything and everything you need to know you can see on a computer screen. Imagine that that screen is exactly the same thing as your card. So we saw order point, order quantity, sales history by month, orders outstanding, on-hand positions, prices, costs, source of supply, location, anything you needed to know. So life was pretty simple. If you hit the order point, a little tab was stuck into the card, so that when you placed an order once a week, you'd slide up and down and pull out the drawers that had those tabs associated with them. You'd place a stock order, and that order, if you were lucky, would arrive 4, 6, 8 weeks later. So forecasting was a very significant part of our future at that time. Today, I can drive everything by time. Instead of 4 to 6 to 8 weeks being a lead time, today it's 1 to 2 to 3 days. So life is very different. We need to approach our inventory very differently. In the old days, if you had a turnover, last 12 months sales at cost divided by your inventory at cost, if you had that answer greater than 2.5, you were a hero. You did extremely well. Today, with a 3-day lead time, if I had a 1 month, 30-day order point, I could turn my inventory 12 times. Now, I'm sure there's nobody that's listening to me that turns their inventory 12 times, but it is eminently possible, if not more than 20. We're going to cover this more in the future, but I wanted to touch base today and give you a little bit of background on inventory management, where I arrived from into the industry, and what gave me the background to come to the conclusions that I have today. See you next time. The time is now.